this. Beauty trends come and go, but there are some iconic stars who continue to inspire us. So here to show us today's spin on some classic hairdos is celebrity hairstylist Peter Lamas. Nice to see you.
Welcome.
There you are.
I'm so happy to be here.
And listen, look at the names. Grace Kelly, Elizabeth Taylor, Diana Ross. They're just a few of the
Isn't
stars.
that amazing?
Why you?
I don't know. I've been blessed. It's wonderful.
Wow.
Being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot, but also your talent for sure.
Yes. Well, hopefully.
Well, it is. We've got to take a look at Audrey Hepburn.
Yes.
We've got to take a look at the hairstyle that you did for her. And how did you style her hair? Because look, that's so pretty.
I started with her years ago when she was wearing the French twist. And the first time I saw her, I said to her, you know, we got to make it more current, a little bit more updated. Let's start by growing the bangs, because she kept her bangs very long. And so I suggested to grow the bangs longer. Not so much teasing, not so much fullness. And we made it much more softer, sophisticated, and lovely. And later on, I tell her, you must cut your hair short. This is becoming too long for you. We need to update you. And she did.
Yeah.
She went shorter.
She did go shorter. She always looks so good because it would overpower her little petite frame.
That's
now,
right.
what star looks like, or does that kind of thing?
And we have Natalie Portman.
Yes.
She recently was at the Oscar events, and she wears her hair. The French twist updated today is more for evening wear. I don't recommend it for daytime, but in a more softer, sophisticated version, as you could see with the model Sandra that we're going to bring on.
Sandra, come on up. Let's see how beautiful you look.
And she looks just like Audrey. Take a look.
Of course she does.
Amazing.
Oh, that's so pretty. Turn around for us so we can see.
Wonderful.
Yeah, look at the hair so the audience can see how pretty.
That's Audrey.
That is so pretty.
And the bangs are very soft, casual, natural, approachable.
Yeah, that's true. Now, during when she had that hairstyle, that was a daytime style. Like
that was a
daytime
style, yes.
Right, there were the cute little...
that was back then, yes.
Cassini suits.
Everything was very dressy and, you know, very sophisticated.
Beautiful. Can you turn around so the rest of us can see how pretty that is?
Isn't that
is
lovely?
so clean,
much
so
softer,
pretty.
Clean, yes,
lovely.
That is a good one.
Okay, that is gorgeous. Thank you so much.
You are beautiful.
Now, Jackie O.
Jackie O,
now,
wow.
did you know her as a first lady or when she became Jackie O?
When she became Jackie O.
Okay, so...
And she wore her hair always very stiff. She was unapproachable with that hairdo because it was so stiff, so lacquered. And that's one of the things that caught my eye. Her hair was so damaged. She had fine hair, but very damaged hair. And in those days, we had no styling products to speak of. Dippity-doo, Brill Cream, setting lotion, and lacquered hairspray. That was it.
Dippity-doo!
Right?
I love Dippity-doo.
Oh, God, I hope you don't remember.
No, I do.
I'm dating myself. But the thing I did with her was to start setting her hair with sugar water instead of setting lotions, to start getting her hair to look and feel healthy. In fact, that's one of the things that inspired me to create my own natural line of hair products that promote healthy hair growth, because of me becoming so aware of the chemicals that are today used in products that can be very damaging.
So we have to say, what star looks like has that kind of hair?
Michelle Obama. Look at her. She is a first lady.
So
she is soft, approachable. Again, I love that word when the hair is very complimenting who she is, and not so much being standoffish because it's so hard-looking and stiff and so forth. Hair's supposed to move, and that's one of the things I encourage Jackie, to wear her hair so you can touch it. She can put her fingers through it and not be so concerned.
As time went on, her hair became looser and looser. That was with the pillbox hair. But
once I got my hands on her, she started to become much more natural looking.
Yeah, and more fashion, like more iconic fashion.
Yes.
Susan's here. She's going to show us that.
Susan, look at Susan's hair.
Oh, there's my friend Susan.
And that's your friend.
Jackie, darling. But it's so pretty.
Susan, we did very little to it. We blew it out, moved it around, and Susan, stand here, because the one thing I want to show is hair is supposed to be touchable. And you move it. Don't be so concerned that if you get caught in the wind, it's going to fall apart. No, you want to be able to just touch it. It's in the cut. You have a good cut, it'll always fall into place.
It'll fall into place, so that you can do it at home.
Yes, and the products you use.
Is that also, like those rollers, is that what you use?
No, I took advantage of her natural wave. I did very little except for working with the top to give it a little bit of fullness and height.
Gorgeous, darling.
Lovely.
Thank you for being here. Nice to see you, Susan. And finally, Mia Farrow. Now, I understand that, Mia Farrow had long hair. So when she went home, she was married to Frank Sinatra at the time. He called you. Newly married.
Newly married.
You cut all, I love this haircut, by the way. What happened? Did Frank call you?
Well, what happened was that I was working with Vidal Sassoon and had the privilege of working with this genius.
Yes.
He charged $5,000 at that time to cut her hair. That was a publicity stunt for Warner Brothers for doing Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, yes.
And I sectioned the hair, got it prepared for him, and I was the human clip. In those days, you didn't use clip, you used your assistant to section and part the hair.
Yes.
And as he began to cut, because she came in with hair down to her waist.
I remember her hair being really long.
She was working in Peyton Place. She was this young ingenue that was just beautiful. And Frank Sinatra walked in with his young bride, and as he began to cut, no one really knew, at least I didn't, that it was going to be so severe, so short. And he walked in with this young bride and walked out with a very young, boyish look. He was not pleased.
He was not pleased.
I saw him sitting there. He was turning beet red, and he has a temper. I said, at any moment he's going to get up and punch out Vidal.
But was he sitting there while the hair was being cut?
Yes, and he was furious. You could see he was not pleased.
But he didn't say anything as time was going on.
No, but when they walked out, I could see him talking to her. And by the way, years later, I met her, and she told me right after that, she started filming Rosemary's Baby. He went to do Robin Hood and whatever. And because she was supposed to be in that film and it was delayed, he called her up and says, the divorce papers are in the mail.
There's some dirt. How's that? Let's take a look. Okay, now what popular person is doing this? I'm going to say Michelle Williams.
Michelle Williams is one. Anne Hathaway is another. And Carey Mulligan, I love her dearly. That's another. Hollywood has become very obsessed with this Mia Farrow look.
But you have to be tiny, don't you think, a little bit?
Well, no. Look at Anne Hathaway. She's quite tall.
That's tall, yeah.
And she pulled it off beautifully. And here you have Rebecca.
Rebecca's wearing it.
She's one of the members, I believe, of the staff.
I love this on her. Did I not tell you how much I love that hair, guys?
Very soft, yes. Turn around.
I love your hair.
And the one thing I want this type of hair, always when you blow it out, just give it direction. Don't use a brush. Hair's supposed to move. If the style is there and cut properly, you just work it with your fingers to rake it, to break it apart, to show off the cut.
So much fun, Peter. It looks so cute on you.
Rebecca,
I love it. I love it so much. It's a great change and it's adorable. It really frames your face beautifully. You're so much fun. You have to come back and visit me.
I'd love to. Please invite me.
You should come back. Okay, thank you to Peter.
Thank you.
We'll see you again really soon and all the best to you. Great stories. We are going to have to take a break. We'll be right back. We got a lot of great stuff coming your way, so stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you, darling. Good job. That's good. Don't go yet. Don't go yet.
Up next.